We're celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month at Seward County Community College, and today I am here with Alana King. She is the reigning Southwest Fiesta queen, right?
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Alana, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I was born and raised here in Liberal, Kansas. I went to school all the way through high school here. I'm currently going to the college here at Seward. I chose to go here, because it's close to home. I'm still home with my family and everything, and plus I can get my gens out of the way and hopefully transfer to a university. Growing up, I've always done pageants ever since I was way younger. This is one of the bigger titles that I have won since I was younger, and I'm excited to be here interviewing today.
Awesome. So, tell me about how you sort of got into pageant, being a pageant queen, I guess, pageanting, I guess if that's the correct word for it.
Yeah.
How did you get into it?
So basically, I always talk about my friend. Some of you guys know her, Ciara. She has done pageants ever since she was younger. I would always see her with her pictures and her dresses and her awards and trophies, and I would just be like, "Oh my gosh, I want to be like her." I don't know. I don't think she took any classes here. I think she went to, because I know she went to Paris. Paris is where she went to her college at. So I don't know if she came here or not. But just seeing her and all her beauty and like all her elegance and classiness, like I've just always like thought, that's what I want to do. I want to be like her, and she's such a great friend. And she was actually the 2020 Miss Kansas Teen USA.
And her name again is?
Ciara Heredia.
Okay. And so she basically was inspiration to you.
Yes.
Okay. So let's follow up on that. Now that you've won and put in all that work over there, do you think that you're trying to be an inspiration to all the next generation and pageant girls?
Yes, I actually think it's so funny because I'm so busy, like thinking in my head, like, oh, I want to, like, I'm idolizing someone else, and then there's people that idolize me and they're always telling me, and I'm like, what? Like, because they're always like, oh, I love you. I love how you have your confidence and how you just go for things that you want. And I'm just always like, oh, okay, because I'm just like, in my head, I'm not thinking, that I'm motivating other people. I'm thinking like, I'm trying to figure out how to motivate myself.
Right.
So basically like that. Yeah.
And talk about that, about your culture. You're Mexican,
Yes.
and about the Latino background and the heritage. And do you sort of look at that also as an inspiration to the young Latinas out over there?
Yes. So I am actually mixed. I'm African American and Hispanic. My mom's Hispanic. My dad is African American, and I think that there's a big controversial thing about being a young mixed. I'd say specifically girls because boys get it easier, because there's always a thing of pick a side,
Right.
when it's like why can't you do both, and I really enjoy incorporating both cultures into one, because it's not because I'm both. I don't have to pick a side,
Right.
So I always, I hope that I am motivating, the younger girls who are mixed, not only mixed, of any heritage, just be who you are. Don't worry about what others think because nobody's the same person, and you don't have to change yourself for nobody.
You basically look at both cultures, African American and Hispanic, and put them all together, and that defines you.
Yes.
Or is a part of you? Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
Because
part of me.
being yourself is what it is.
Yes.
Your personality itself, basically defines you. This is just all part of who you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Right. So tell us about the process of becoming Miss Southwest Fiesta. What did you have to go through? What was the process? How difficult was it?
For this pageant, I say it wasn't too difficult because Clarissa, she is actually the Miss Southwest Kansas 2024. She just won her pageant back in June, I believe. She was the coordinator for this pageant, and she did really well just working with all the girls, making sure all the girls are comfortable. It wasn't even too pricey, like with having to buy dresses and everything because it was a smaller one, so she made it very inclusive for everybody. It wasn't like where I participated in Miss USA and we had to come up with the $800 fee and then like $600 fee to get into the pageant. So it wasn't nothing too expensive. It was kind of just like The only thing that we had to do was prepare a cultural costume or either a passion costume. And I think the first year that I've done this pageant, I did a cultural costume, but this year I decided to do a passion costume, which I actually was devastated behind because I made a costume and it got messed up so bad and it was torn apart, and so I was just like, no, like what do I do? So I actually had one night to put together a whole another costume, and I made it, and I think that I'm so glad, like everything happens for a reason. I'm so glad that I ended up remaking it because it just looked 10 times better, and I definitely think that's what got me some points. But the whole time I really enjoyed it though, because I was motivating the girls a lot and just making sure everybody had what they needed, and what they didn't, I helped them with. So yeah, it was just the preparation was more of just like a mentality thing of just, don't go in there scared, just be who you are and let it shine through.
Now you said it was a passion dress, or
Yeah, like costume.
a
Yeah.
passion. So what does that mean? I mean, like you had your cultural, which we sort of get. But what is the passion costume?
The passion costume was basically anything that like um it could really passion could just really just be anything. So like something I'm gonna say basically like off of what I meant, and I went off of like what something I enjoyed or something that I thought made me who I am today and things like that. My passion costume of choice was basically nature. And the reason I had chosen nature was because my grandfather, he was very, very big with having a green thumb. He loved to plant, he loved flowers, all of it. So I had kind of based my costume based off him, and we had a little thing that they read based off of what we said our costume was about, and I incorporated him and how he taught me to grow, and to take care of things and be like careful and beautiful, and that was like representing the flowers and things like that.
Right.
Yes.
So something that actually family inspired.
Yeah. Yes.
So going through the process, were you nervous?
I
Or
wasn't.
okay.
I wasn't actually. You sometimes some pageants I do get nervous, but I think that like I just constantly tell myself, instead of telling myself, like I'm nervous, I tell myself I'm excited. And after so long of saying something, you start to make yourself believe it.
Right.
So I just go in there like, yay, like I'm excited. I get to get out there on the floor. So I think that I kind of just like alter my thinking, before I go on there, so I don't get nervous.
So tell the truth. Were you surprised? Were you about winning? Were you not? Were you confident?
Yes.
Tell us.
I was definitely like, oh my gosh, because I got third place my first year that I did this pageant.
Which is how long ago?
4 years ago,
Okay.
maybe. Yeah, and I decided that I would do it again this year. And I was like thinking to myself, like, oh, okay, like maybe I'll get first runner up this time, hoping that. And I wasn't thinking I was gonna win or anything. I was just thinking I was gonna get like first runner up.
Right.
And when they called my name, I was like, I won. Okay. They definitely called me. So I was very excited.
So kind of, it sounds like you were kind of in shock.
Yeah, I was. And I think I started like shaking, like my whole body was shaking so bad because I could not believe it.
So you had said that you had won before, but this is your first, probably bigger win.
Yeah, this is a bigger one for sure.
Okay. So what does this mean to you?
To me, it's more than just a win, I'd say, because this is something that I have been waiting for. And with all these, because as I got older, I decided to start doing national pageants and stuff. So, and it wasn't necessarily about the win, like I said, it was more about, being able to show people who I am and not to put people in a box, because of how they look or the color of their skin or the way that they talk or the way that they walk. Basically, like I said earlier, everybody's their own person, and I just wanted to show that for me. So I wanted people to see me. That's what that is for me. Is that I was able to get people to see me.
And again, this is SCC's own Alana King. She is Miss Southwest Fiesta. Congratulations! Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.